Here is a question that sounds trivial and still trips people up: what is a React fragment? It is the tool you reach for when you need to return several elements from a component without polluting the DOM with a wrapper div. A fragment groups multiple elements without creating an additional DOM node. The short syntax is an empty pair of angle brackets. It is exactly equivalent to writing react.fragment. Either way, nothing extra shows up in the rendered HTML. So why does that matter? Wrapping everything in a div gives you an extra DOM node, it can break semantic HTML, and it can quietly affect your CSS, because Flex and Grid care about direct children. Swap that div for a fragment and you get a clean DOM, correct semantics, and no layout side effects. Here is the picture to keep in your head. Your JSX creates a React element tree, and the fragment is a real node inside that tree. But when React commits to the DOM, the fragment disappears and only its children land there. So fragments do still create React elements. Their cost in JavaScript is negligible, and the real win is in DOM structure and layout. Fragments support exactly one attribute, key. No class name, no style, no ref, no event handlers. And note the catch, the short syntax does not support key, so as soon as you need a key you have to spell out react.fragment. That rule shows up in the most important real case, returning sibling elements from map. Say each item renders two list items inside a O. You cannot wrap them in a div, because that is invalid HTML inside a list, and the same is true for table rows inside a table body. A keyed react.fragment is the only clean answer. So when should you not use one? When you need CSS or layout control. When you need a ref. When you need an event handler. Or when the markup deserves a real semantic container like section or article. A fragment is invisible, so if you want to style it or grab it, you actually wanted a real element. Here is the interview-ready answer. A React fragment is a structural primitive that groups elements in the React element tree without affecting the DOM, layout, or semantics. It supports only the key prop, because it exists solely in React's virtual tree. And the mental model to keep. A fragment is real in React's tree and invisible in the browsers. That is all for today. If this video helped you understand React fragments and when to reach for them, hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to be able to explain React like this in an interview, check the link below. A new React deep dive drops every week. See you in the next one. Bye bye.